Well, what's real will be talked about.
Hey. You got them church claps in there. Is that from somebody's church service? What's up, y'all?
Not the church service.
Or the Ricky Lake Show. It's only them two. Nobody else. Only them two, Doc. What's going on, everybody?
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
Y'all all right? You doing okay today, Sid?
For sure. What's up, bro?
No complaints. Got my little candy over here.
As usual, that's no surprise.
Yeah, you know.
Get the formalities out of the way. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Crucial Convos. I'm your girl, F.l.o.r.
This is Emery.
And I'm tired.
What you tired of, Dan?
Let me tell you. One weekend I was in New Orleans. Next weekend I was in California. I'm old. Baby, these bones, they is streaming.
Oh my God.
But we're gonna keep it moving though. We're gonna keep it moving.
You ain't that old though.
I mean, that's in numbers. You know. When you done been through shit, seem like you aging dog years.
Man, now you might have something on that one.
I'm just saying.
For real.
Shit be hurting that you ain't even know you had. Damn. That was a part of me.
Well, my body sound like snap some Rice Krispie treats. Snapping, crackling, and popping. I'd be like, I'd be dark, huh?
It's just too much. Pears know what it is. She just kind of done the same thing.
Yeah, she was on the road too.
I think, yeah, we was in New Orleans together. Then she shot off to Puerto Rico.
Look at y'all out here moving around. I've been telling a friend of mine the other day, we the most traveling folks in these past 10 years than I've ever seen.
I'm saying.
Folks are doing a lot more.
You got to make sure that you get it while you're living.
Man, I agree. That's my philosophy. I was telling somebody, like, if I'd have thought about the DR last year, I would have did it last year. I don't be waiting on milestone birthdays like that, like 40 you're supposed to mean. So it would have been 37 if I'd have thought about it then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's another thing. Like, I don't feel like you should have something necessarily to celebrate in order for you to travel, because that's very limiting. And then, right, make more memories. Like, that's the best part. And then I'm spontaneous, so very good to expand your horizon. So I used to be so scared to fly. Now you can't pay me not to stay off a plane.
Man, I know that's right.
For real.
Straight up. Peachy, what's going on? Paris, what's happening, girl?
So today we talking about, does the ring size matter? Hey, Kenya.
Hey, Kenya.
So Peachy asked me, does the ring matter? That's what she asked me.
I'd say yeah. The ring, absolutely. Ring size. Okay, my opinion straight up is yes. The ring size matters. It matters more to others than it does to some. But I think it does. Depending on the circles. I think, what was that? Marcus was saying that a week or two ago. I mean, mister, it's going to take a little getting used to, bro, but I got you. He was saying that a week or two ago, just how, if you're in different circles with different people, like a status symbol, you wouldn't have a beginning little, stone. You would probably take it, but you wouldn't want that. You would want more. So I can understand that. Yeah, I can definitely understand it. I don't think it should matter as much. Like, if he can't do it, he can't do it.
But then you got some chicks that will refuse a proposal because of exactly what Peachy just said. Everything is based on what society or the world thinks things should be. So because he didn't came with a tiny ring and she don't want to get clowned, then she's actually declined his proposal. You know what I'm saying? So now you've missed out on a possible great thing because you didn't get what you felt. I ain't getting no banging ass rock when I first got engaged. Like, he got what he could get. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I accepted. Like, it was what it was. It wasn't that serious to me though.
Right.
It just wasn't. Like, when he went and got this current ring, he done that on his own. I don't even know if I asked for a new ring. I think it was important to him. So, it is. I love my ring. Don't get me wrong. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, man, because we got to be realistic. Like, I don't want us all to be like, oh, that's superficial, that's fake, and that's it. It is a superficial. Hey, Jazz, and hey, Soldier, what's up?
What's up, y'all?
Those are real. It's a real thing. But let's be realistic. Most people don't want something tiny. I'm not saying that you should turn them down for it, but I am saying be realistic. A lot of people wouldn't be happy showing it. Look, Mom, and it was $100 ring. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it does matter to an extent. I don't think someone should say no because of the size of the ring, unless it's like pure. Maybe I wouldn't even say that then. I would say don't. If you got to know your girl. If you finna propose, you got to know your girl.
I mean, but she got to know her dude too.
Right. I agree.
You got to know what he working with. So for your expectations to be on your homegirl salary, that's kind of stupid in my opinion.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Are stupid because a lot of people do that.
Right, but you setting yourself up at the end of the day. Like, again, you're gonna lose a potential amazing thing because you worried about what Keisha finna say about the size of your ring instead of saying, "Fuck you, bitch. He done what he could do, and I'm good with what I got."
Like, I'm finna get married.
Period. Like, I'm sure one would want to do more. Right. You know what I'm saying? But whatever he can at that particular time, I just don't feel like. All right, for example, when we was in California, this is super ironic. I forgot about this. Dude at Santa Monica Beach proposed to his girl. She stood there like, So Eric was like, shit, I'll take my motherfucking ring back if I was him. And I was like, why? He was like, do you see her reaction? And I was like, yeah, there kind of isn't any, but her face was more like shocked because she kept looking around like, is this really happening? And then I guess my superficial ass was like, damn, at the beach though, it's kind of messy.
All right. You would go there. You really would.
But he was like really proud of, what he done. And she was just kind of very melancholy, like just
because of the ring size, do you think? Or
I don't really know. It was more of just her looking around and how people like, is this really happening? So I just chucked it up to shock.
So you know what though, we really have to, as a people and as a woman side of the people species, hallelujah, we have to get to a place where we can accept the truth that there's some fairy tale stuff that y'all want. And because that sounds like, I don't know, but it sounds like she may have been expecting more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people, let me see how I can say this without, I know some people who were married. They were a great couple. The guy was a regular nigga that was wanted to watch football, take care of his wife. The wife wanted to be out all the time, club and go out and do this. That nigga, he's a regular nigga. A night out for him was Wingstop and watch the game. She married him though, and then got mad because he didn't want to take her to the art museums and look at art and take her to these high-end restaurants and spend that guap. Like, that's not even who he is, and this is who you married. And now, without the training, you mad at him for not doing something. Well, I've told him a million times. I'm like, yeah, then he also works 14, 16 hours a day. And you want him, there's been, I know personally that she would be complaining about that because he'd be working. And, you know, Tuesday night, he'll come home, get off work, get dressed, and they'll go out. And then she'll want to stay till it closed. He'd be like, I got to get up and go to work in a few hours. Then he get up and go to work, and then he want to sleep the next night. She mad. You don't even want to talk. It's just like, it's so much. But it's you know, saying all that to say some of that stuff is just what we have grown up hearing and seeing and wanting. It's just not, and you marry a guy who's actually the opposite of that. And you mad about it. But we have to really, really get realistic that some of the stuff that we want is definitely in our minds. And there's some kiddie stuff that we used to want. There's some fairy tale type of stuff that's just not realistic. And I'm not even saying you can't have it, but you want it so organically that you won't even teach your man what you want. You want it. I don't want to have to tell you. I swear it was the woman. I'm sure some of y'all on this side of it probably feel this way. I want him to just buy me flowers. I don't want to have to tell him to buy me flowers. Okay, well, how are you supposed to know, sweetie? Like, we're the opposite of how y'all get down. We just are. You got to be like, I like flowers. So the first time or two, you may feel like it, like he's just doing it because I told him to. But then, you know, it's like doing the dishes. How you make your kids do the dishes. They don't do it because they love doing the dishes. They do it because mama or daddy said do it. That's it. They'll let them pile up because that's how they made. So you can either be mad about that, or you can train them, and then after they're grown, they'll do it because it's supposed to be done. And the same about us. If there's something about us, your spouse, that we don't like, we need to teach each other how to treat us. That's not only a little post on Facebook that we, you know, hit the button on. Like, you have to teach people how to treat you, which means patience and understanding, and they're gonna mess it up. You know, but we also need to be realistic about what you can have. This is not a fairy tale. This lady, man, you got proposed to on a beach.
It was cute.
It sounds like it.
It was cute. I mean, wedding ring, an outward and physical expression of God's inward and spiritual grace.
That's what we teach.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
That actually came from Pastor Earl Fisher, by the way.
Appreciate that. Let's jump to some of these comments.
What's that for, Nisha?
The world says you need a ring. Some people ask for it too, though. Some demand it, even knowing that it ain't a situation they should be in, but they wanted to keep up with the Joneses, in my opinion. Mr. said payment plan, you'll get a car note.
Oh my God.
Paris said based on your relationship.
Explain that one, Paris.
Yeah.
If you're strong.
Yeah. What that mean, sis? Jasmine says superficial. The ring doesn't even matter. He could give me a freaking ring pop and I'd be okay.
All right, that's a lie.
So it's I was gonna say it's funny when females say that because I understand the basis behind
Right.
it. Like I understand the sentiment behind it, but at the end of the day, I feel like every woman still wants that proposal moment of oh my god, the crying, the like I feel like every chick want that. Peachy said, example, I hate to sit and wait for a motherfucker to open my door. So why do I have to wait? Shaking my head, I can open my own door.
All right.
That's just impatience.
All right. I'm going a little far.
That's just impatience. Pear said it's the same as buying an inappropriate birthday gift. Buy for y'all, not for others.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That happened.
Like, yeah. Soldier, F.l.o.r, your ring is banging, sis. Love it. I commented. I mean, I've worked hard though. I put in 20 years for this.
All right.
When we first got married, I had a Walmart special, and I was okay with that. Like real talk, I was okay with that because he took care of me and 2 kids. He started that at 17 years old. Real talk, So whatever he was able to get for the sacrifices that he made, I was okay with.
If it's gonna stop you from getting married, it doesn't matter.
Right. It didn't. None of that mattered.
Right.
It really didn't. If it ain't a praise, you didn't spend enough.
That's a sad reality for a lot of folks.
I think that's some bougie ass shit to say.
I'm bougie.
I see.
But no, now there is so I will say this. There are different time periods in life where different things are acceptable. If you 40, 50, $100, $200, $500 ring is not acceptable.
I agree 100% with that.
If you're like mature and you in your 20s, you broke, you don't have nothing.
Right.
You really don't. Some people are grateful do. Most don't.
Right.
And most people do get married in their 20s. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be realistic. And then if you have more, you should be able to afford to do a little more.
The history behind the ring is about the dowry that a man is willing to put up to the family he is marrying into. It's like a purchase. Hey, Jay. It's a symbol of eternal love, but you don't need a material item to promise that. Right. So I feel where y'all coming from. Like, I agree 100%, but I just don't want us to forget those who are so materialistic, who are so superficial, who are so unappreciative, who are so ungrateful, to where they'll just do whatever for a cushion cut ring, for a princess 2-carat, diamond, just ridiculous, unattainable shit. But I bet you, Soldier said, but I bet you his car is off the chain.
That's a whole nother subject. And if he like that, you better not marry him, Soldier.
Yeah, because doing
more for if he knows that's something you want or like, and he does more for everything else, is what it sounds like, then for you and your ring, he ain't the one. Now, at least that's my opinion. At our age, he ain't the one.
It all should be equally yoked. The ring, the home, the car, it should be even.
I agree. But how many folks nowadays got Benzes in Highland?
Shit, hold on.
You remember? Listen, I remember back in the day when the flat screens came out, and people in the hood, you remember they was like $2,000 and stuff back in then when they first came out, starting out. They had them in the hood. Why would you do that instead of getting a house? Whatever.
People have devalued things. Like things used to be status symbol items.
Yeah.
Like an iPhone. Everybody wasn't intended to have an iPhone. Sorry.
Facts.
Like Tommy Hilfiger. Like you niggas weren't supposed to be that wasn't for y'all.
Sadly.
iPhones wasn't for kids. It was a status symbol. If you had an iPhone, you were somebody, and I need to get with you because something's going on that I don't know about.
That's that
No,
FOMO shit though. That I like. That's that FOMO
See,
shit.
here we
Like
go. Here we go.
I just gotta be on the wagon because you got something that they've been talking about. You know what I'm
no, not
saying? Like
currently, not currently.
no,
Back
I
when
know.
iPhones came out,
Right, I know. And
you just
motherfuckers.
couldn't go get an iPhone.
That's how it was with Gmail. I got mine. I got requested. Like you had to you had to request to get accepted into Gmail when it first opened up. No joke, and a
I
lot of
don't
people don't
even
know that because
remember
they
that.
have it. That's how long I've had it. They had to request you. You had to be approved and everything. But now it's just like willing that I got like 5 Gmail addresses.
Not 5.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'll take a business over a ring.
You want him to propose and give you a business?
No,
She's
she
saying
don't
all
want
the
the
money.
proposal. She don't want the proposal at all. She just
She's
wants the
saying all
business.
that money you spend on that. I'd rather you put it into
I'd rather
something that's gonna help us.
So she doesn't
Bill.
want to get married.
That's the question for her. She on here. They didn't know each other. It must have been something that
That's a whole bunch of comments. We was a little late.
I know. That's why I was trying to jump into it. Men and women can't read minds. That's true. He has to learn you and have to learn him and be willing to learn. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And if they don't do that after that, that's a different combo. The person who loves you unconditionally will learn you. And if they feel
Mhm.
the same way, you will be patient and teach them.
Yeah, let's not negate that part to teach him. You have to teach your partner how to treat you. You got to teach them what you like and what you don't like. If you're not the type of person who like TGI Fridays, teach him. And then you still got to be willing to go sometime because he like it. It
I thought
can't
they
just
went out of
all be one way.
Didn't they go out of business?
I don't know. I'm just using them as a. They may have. It's been. I don't know.
That used to be fire.
Facts. Them ribs they had.
Oh my God. Them French fries. Anyway, sidetrack.
Did they had a blondie? Is that
Didn't they start that off,
brown
or was that
ice
Chili's
cream?
or something?
I don't remember one of them. They all the same to me. Anyway,
Man. The ring is the ring, and it doesn't show the true relationship. I had a nice ring, and the marriage was trash. Okay. This is yes. Okay, thank you, Vernisha, for opening that door because I've been waiting on this one. So, when I say does the ring size matter, a lot of people think when you got a rock on your finger, you're living this lavish life, not understanding that the shit that you're going through at home, that ring is just compensation to cover up what you're going through behind closed doors. So that right there is proof.
most people are because you know what though, if you think about it, if you look at the stats, and most marriages don't work, but most marriages have a really expensive ring. That ring doesn't mean as much as it used to.
It don't. I also honestly, I think it means more when you know your shit is right. Of course, right?
Yep.
To some, like I think to normal people. I mean, I don't. What's up, Trayvon? So
Trayvon, what up, Joe?
Jasmine said, "I don't even want a real diamond. It doesn't need to be all extra. It can be.
Right.
It could be between us at breakfast."
And that may be where you're really at. You got to get out of that.
Why she got to get out?
To me, because to me, it sounds like she's settled on that. That's the best she thinks she can get. So why set my expectations higher?
Or maybe she's just meeting him where his pay is.
I'm not talking about her dude specifically.
No, I'm saying like the female of that type. Like maybe.
Yeah, but like I drive a expedition, right? I still want a Bentley. So if you ask me what I want, I'm gonna tell you what I want.
Gotcha.
No matter, I mean, if I can't afford it right now, you know what I mean. This is hypothetical stuff or stuff
For
that
sure.
we expect to happen or would like to happen. That's why and I could be, off as all get out, but that sounds like this is what I've settled for. I'll take that. I'll take this. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can help me out, Jed. Tell me if I'm wrong. You already told me I was. She said it's not a lie because I was like, she lying about the he don't got you lying. I still think you lying.
You all shut up.
No, I was just playing, but yeah, tell me down there,
Peachy said, I've had plenty of rings, and the action behind the ring didn't match up, so fuck a ring.
man.
Paris said, after 20 years, he now bought for your relationship, the one y'all built before he bought for the beginning. 100%.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
100%. Tia said, correct on something you said, so good shit, good shit. Sorry, Tia. People way back when used to give their fattest pig to the farm to take someone's hand. The ring is superficial. The ring is completely man made in the sense of, this is what you're supposed to do because different cultures do different things. So I feel like we know that. But what I really wanted, again, to bring awareness of is how superficial some individuals can be. And are they called out for it?
Mm.
Like if your girl came to you and was like, "Girl, I said no because this is what he," and she showed you a picture, are you gonna be like, "Oh, girl, yeah, I wouldn't have took that either," or are you gonna be like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I hope they're like the latter of what you said.
Like, are you really
I
serious?
really hope so.
You
Sounds like
really turned
it
him
sounds
down?
like he doesn't wear jewelry. Sorry.
Who Jazz?
Yeah.
It or something because they don't. It's given too much because clothes weren't supposed to be worn. If you want to go that far, Adam and Eve got embarrassed because after they sinned and then put stuff over their stuff.
That's just
But
like you
everybody
saying,
wear
I don't
clothes
care.
now,
Yeah, I don't care if
so
it's fake gold and it's gonna turn my finger green. It don't matter. It's just between us. No, you want it to be real gold. Like
you wanted it to mean something and to be
She
precious.
didn't say not real gold. She said not real diamonds. He can get her cubic zirconia. She okay with that.
All right.
sound like he need
She
to give her a band, not a ring.
The rings. I lost two wedding rings. And so I started buying them titanium boys off Amazon for $20-$30.
mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
Lose them all you want, huh?
Yes. Because I would lose them. I would please leave them on the keyboard or organ when I'm playing at a church or a gig, or take it off to wash my hands sometime and would leave it. I've done all this too. I had to go back and hope it was still there, and it was. Sometimes it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, dog. So I'm just not good with the jury.
Uh, she said, "Now have I vertically tried on rings and picked one from Brilliant Earth? Absolutely, but that's something I
Girl, get
choose."
out of here. So everything you said is null and void.
The engagement ring is one thing. Then there's the plain wedding band. Some people don't even wear their engagement rings.
Yeah, but you trying on that stuff says deep down you really want it, right? Look, I went and test drove a Corvette. I was like 23. Already couldn't fit. I'm already big and tall and big. And I did it again. Test drove another one in the next a couple years in a row. Like that don't mean you don't want the thing because you can't get it at the moment, right? That's what I was saying about Jazz above. It's like it sounds like that's what you think you can get. So because and to an extent, I do that about a lot of stuff. It's like I won't put I want stuff, but I won't set my expectations too high
In case
because
you
I'm
can't
usually
get
let
it.
down, and it's easier to manage my emotions or my reactions when I'm not so emotionally invested. That's what it sounds like.
Um, Equally yoked, mister. I totally agree. Everyone should reflect evenly. We should look nice and compliment one another physically also.
Amen. That's right, soldier.
So Peachy said, if I were to get married, it wouldn't be based on what the world says a marriage should be or the Bible. It would be based on what we want. That's why I said I'll take a business. Jasmine said, also some people pay for something that's on a payment plan. The ring can be 5 to 10K, and they're only paying $200 a month.
Yeah, then we paying them for 4 or 5 years.
To get what I wanted, I had to put mine on the payment plan. Sorry,
That's right.
I'm not afraid to admit that. But if you see my wife's ring, you're gonna be like, God damn.
Right.
Yeah.
It's worth it too. And that's what I'm saying. It's what some men feel that way too. You know, some women could care less, and there's some men that cares more.
Yeah.
About the ring.
There's a thing that men are taught too, man. Like the wedding ring's supposed to be like a third of your yearly salary or whatever, and you're supposed to save up for it and just buy it. That's what, that was when it was first created, and Jasmine will probably have more knowledge about the whole process. But it was created to sell more diamonds. That's really where it boiled down to. They really was trying to sell diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. All that stuff was coined in around that same era.
She's just defending herself really about, Jasmine, that's definitely not the best I think I can get as far as a ring. It's truly what I want because it's beautiful, not because it's expensive. The ring I want has meaning. Girl.
Man, we gonna get out of here.
Don't pay him no man, girl.
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I love you, girl.
To me, the ring, it's a reminder. Like if I drive down the street and I look at my hand on the wheel and I realize I forgot my ring, I'll turn around. It's a reminder of what you have. It's a reminder of your commitment. It's a reminder of your bond. It's a reminder of what you have and what you just kissed goodbye, because you might not make it home. For me,
yeah, that's real. That's real.
If I lose my ring, I want that reminder to have some black diamonds in it. That's just me.
That's what's up, bro. That's real.
Vernisha said, I always thought the ring held weight, and he got me what I desired, but mentally I was lacking, sexually lacking. So next time, all areas must be in place before we even pick or discuss rings. Sometimes they can wear for work, like construction or assembly line. Dangerous. The ring. Yeah, I agree.
I had a buddy that got his finger crushed. Yeah. His wedding ring. And we be clowning him now, so.
It's been a minute, though, since it happened, so.
Yeah, it's good enough. That's good enough. Now we can talk about the nigga.
Paris said, and let's not forget the days the ring, and let's not forget the days that bring more women to men with rings. Maybe my boo don't need to wear his. Some women like to chase and vice versa. That's another point that we ain't saying nothing about.
Explain that again.
Let's not forget when women were solely after men that had rings on.
Oh. That's still a thing.
That's what they went for.
Oh, yeah. That's still a thing.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first step of getting your ass whooped.
Uh-oh.
Just saying. So Kenya said, for me, evenly yoked meaning a ring pop or a diamond chip would never even be considered.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's
huge. I know it ain't nobody else on there who's gonna agree with you on that.
Do they even understand the depth of?
Is that you? You got an intruder? Your son? Is your son?
Probably.
Funny. Tell them you at work now.
Mama.
Man. I
All
thought
right,
about
I'll
it.
just keep going. Go ahead on handling your
Yeah,
thing.
thanks.
All right, Italian Pink says, no, they turned them down for size. Turned out superficial people, but I've seen it. No, they turned them down for size. Turned out superficial. I'm not sure if I understand that.
No, they turned them down for size. Turned out superficial people, but I've seen it.
I think I understand overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. They are superficial when they just turn a ring down for size. Like, my bad about knocking y'all.
No, you good.
I don't think people are turning down marriages because of the ring. They're turning down marriages because of the person that proposed to them.
You think so? You don't think there's nobody out there who's superficial as hell and would just say no?
I've seen people get some shitty rings and they still say yes.
I have too. But then if there's that way, it's got to be the other way, right?
What do you mean?
If you've seen them take some puny rings and say yes, then there's got to be some puny rings and some folks said no. Got to be.
I haven't seen it.
So you saying because you don't see it, it ain't a thing?
I don't know. I don't think people are turning it down because of the size of the ring, is what I'm saying.
Do you think that folks say yes because of the size of the ring?
I think that could be a thing.
But the opposite can't be a thing?
I don't see it.
His opinion. A thoughtful purchase doesn't have to break the bank. I agree. I agree. I think it's stupid to break the bank when you still got to survive after that purchase.
Yeah.
Like it just.
I think you used to do it because you felt like that was a need. But I think the older, we're in a new time now where you can be like, no, I'm not doing that. And if she ain't with it, then okay.
I'm not spending a whole lot of money.
Yeah, you can be like, no, I'm not going to go in debt
for
a ring that you're going to get mad and throw at me when I say something about your ugly mama. I don't need you to do that, baby.
Why I got to be the mama? Why I can't be the children?
Some of these folks' mama ugly too.
Well, facts. I definitely agree with that. Jasmine said, "Nah, I can't even wear fake jewelry. I'm allergic. So what I get had to be real, but it doesn't have to be super ass expensive. Not really. Upgrades are a thing. That's not what I think I can get, but I won't let my partner go out of their way to buy a ring we could have purchased property or something with." I don't know why she keep defending herself to y'all.
That was on our head a little earlier. I think we just getting down to them.
She said slaves didn't have rings.
They jumped over a broom.
I see. I feel like it's different with slaves because they had a bond that nobody will ever be able to understand. But the individuals that went through it with them on some real shit.
Wow.
I could never understand. Knowing the pride that my husband got, I could never understand him being placed in that situation in front of me and his children. I just couldn't. I couldn't. Emery, I know the type of man Emery is. Mister, I know the type of man he is. I couldn't imagine us walking through. I just couldn't.
I know. That's tough.
I couldn't. Like that's a totally different bond. So just said, what about rings versus tattoos?
You know what? I would probably be afraid of doing that.
A tattoo?
Yes.
Expand, please.
Let me get some candy going on.
Are you afraid of needles?
No, I got a couple tattoos. I want another one too.
Oh, okay.
Man, tattoos are more permanent than rings.
Just in case, huh?
I know that sucks, and I know that sucks. Probably coming from me for the people.
And if you get remarried, do you got to cover it up with a different tattoo?
Or do you got to go get it lasered off?
Think about it, man. Like, Let's just get these rings. In my opinion, like you can get. I got Shay. My ex-wife is tattooed on me. Not like her name on it, but like the stick figure. I got me, her, Nate, and Emery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I'm done with the tattoos when it comes to that.
I think I can agree with that. I got my husband on me, so
Yeah,
I definitely think that
but I've been seeing that soldier. I really have. I've been
for
seeing.
sure.
Oh, I want to say, did my sister just get a? I want to say Olympia just got. I can't remember what. I don't know. Let me just not say that. But I've been seeing that a lot here lately. People get their tattoos on the ring finger.
Isn't it 3 paychecks or whatnot? Tattoos, horrible idea. I think because what if you need it taken off? Way too much people have went through the tattoo removal. My friend told me hers took 10 times. Damn,
Yeah,
just on the ring finger?
Ouch.
it wasn't a ring finger.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing. Yeah, that's a
Bernice,
good question, though, soldier.
Bernice said, "Who's at the door?" It was my baby boy. Yeah,
You
it was my baby boy. Sorry.
gotta tell them, like, do they not know what you're doing? Well, they don't care.
No, he just got home from work and he have his key.
No.
So
Okay.
usually I have it muted and it just kept slipping. Oh, y'all know I'm ratchet over here. So I said yes when I should have said hell no. The ring was cute as hell together.
Ooh.
See?
If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, you absolutely fucking right. You shouldn't.
Uh-oh.
Just saying. So I've seen people buy from Kmart or Walmart for 200 and say yes. Yeah, I know.
I have
And
too.
yeah, of course. But
And if they're saying no, it's not about the ring, it's about the person.
Well, if they saying yes, it ain't about the person, it's about the ring then sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's the other way around. There are some folks I don't think I know anybody. I'm sure some of these TV shows, some of these girls that watch these ratchet shows, y'all know some people have said no because the rings was too little. I'll guarantee you that's happened on some of them shows.
it's been on videos. It's been on TikTok. It's been on
I'll guarantee you that ring too little.
It's like the show Cops. Like you always see the cop stuff, but you never see when the dude get away. Have you ever seen somebody get away in Cops? Or have you ever seen it? You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I don't think so.
They gonna show you when somebody turn the ring down on TV.
No, they will today with all this ratchet stuff they got going on. I bet you on them Housewives of Atlanta or wherever they have them at now. Some of that stuff, Jersey something.
it be on a lot. I'm telling y'all. Like
I'm sure of it, Mark, Mister.
it just be kind of funny to me. And when I seen it, it was like, wow, like this what they doing. Um Paris said he's scared of divorce. And should be.
Facts. It's a real thing.
And should be.
You ain't?
She never been through it.
Oh. Well, stereotypes ain't wrong. Let's just say that. Let's clear that up. Because everybody hates stereotypes. But they're not wrong. There are a group of people that do this, mostly. And clearly it's not for everybody. But we don't make it usually. More times than not, we don't make it. So
tattoos are dope. It's a forever thing, just like marriage. But they say it's a jinx. I mean, they say if you get your person name tatted on you, then
it's a jinx?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
How deep is your love? That's Keith Sweat.
How deep is your love?
We need to play that on the way out. Mister, will we get in trouble if we play it on the way out?
Copyright strike.
Oh yeah, okay, well, never mind. We don't want to get nobody in trouble.
That sucks. I've thought about getting a tattoo though.
Cover up. Oh Lord. Oh yes, she said her neck, not the ring finger. Italian thing.
Oh, damn, yeah. I, whew, my stomach hurt just thinking about that.
Okay. Peachy said I had a Walmart, Zelle, and Gordon's ring. None of those matter. None of that matters.
Damn, she said Gordon.
Or maybe it did. Think about
it. Right? Maybe it's the other way. Look at read soldiers, mister. Let me help you out.
Yeah, see, there go. Right there. I'm not saying yes to a little ass ring. My man will know what my standards are before he even proposed. The embarrassment wouldn't even take place or be an issue.
Let it happen.
That's what I'm saying, though. Most women really feel like that.
But I would
argue. I would argue most of them. Now, what's little to you may not be little to the next, but their standard of little.
I think this is where you get those extended engagements, and that has something to play with that. Why they don't get married. Now, when he proposes with that little shit, she gonna say yeah because she don't want to hurt his feeling. They just ain't
not today. That's what I'm saying. Where you getting this from, bro? These chicks is ruthless today.
No one cares about hurting nobody's feelings, dog.
She'd be like, she'll look at you. You seen the girl who was mad at her boyfriend? I don't know if it was a skit or not about him not buying all of her girls dinner.
She threw the ashes out. Are you talking about that one? No.
What's that one?
The ashes of his mama.
He threw the mama ashes.
Oh Lord, let's not even bring that one back up. That hurt my whole soul. I was so mad before I knew that was a skit. God, every woman was a.
I ain't saying they ain't ruthless, but we talk about somebody proposing, they pouring their heart.
No, I'm saying
moment. You know what I'm saying?
It was a girl last week or so, or a couple weeks ago, who was mad that her boyfriend didn't pay for all 18 of her and her girls' meal.
Her birthday.
Yo, she was trying to embarrass him. If you broke, just say that. Why don't you? He was like, "Whoa, I'm out." But yeah, I don't think women today have a problem embarrassing nobody.
I mean, Soldier just said, "Fuck your feelings."
Man, at the end of the day,
Bernicia said, "This is the same dude. They use the same jokes, so cut it."
What's that? Oh, what was the joke? What was that? We were talking about a couple weeks ago.
You can't restate the baby mama joke.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's leave that whole thing alone. So just say, don't embarrass me in front of your peeps like that. That's what. So I was saying earlier, Soldier, you just got to know your girl. Like if you know, let's say, and to an extent that is superficial, but it's not like unwarranted at the same time. Let's say you know your girl likes the finer things, and you know that, and you figure I'm just gonna get her this anyway, and because if you want to marry this woman, you know her through and through. You know how she get down. You seen how she's talk if she's embarrassed. You see how she talk when she's mad, when she's hurt and she's emotional. You know her overall responses. So if you do some silly stuff like that, and then she go there, feel like that's on you. And you can, tag us along and be like, look how she treated me, y'all. Mm-hmm. And we'll be like, oh, that's horrible. She's a horrible person. But you got to live with the woman. We don't.
Mm-hmm. But when
Tia said, go ahead.
Take it.
Tia said, but when you communicate what you want and what your expectations are, it's really not that complicated. He knows what kind of jewelry I already own, and so I'm not downgrading. Amen.
Right.
That's what I say. Like, there's a period, like if you broke and starting off, $500 to $1,000 is great. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? If you're a little more established, then you should, do a little more. Because again, it's who you with and then who she's with. You want to make sure, in my opinion, you want to make your woman, she needs to be a representative of you. And you want her to feel good around her homegirls. Now, I'm not saying keep up with the Joneses. Definitely not saying that. Don't try to show out. If it's above your means, then come on down a couple notches.
Eric got this saying, you can always do what your pay grade allow.
Exactly.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Love
So
that.
when you take the time out to look at what it is that you have, you got to take that into consideration because again, life has to continue after that purchase is made. So for someone to expect something and they know that those finances aren't up to that standard, I just feel like that's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a setup, a complete setup. And then you got the ring but your lights off. You got the ring but you got an eviction on this, because whatever wasn't taken care of.
Or he ain't home.
Or he ain't home because he working his ass off to make sure these bills are paid.
Facts.
You
But
feel what
Emery,
I'm
how
saying?
long when you knew in your mind with your marriage that you wanted to propose, how long after you decided before you proposed physically? How much time had passed?
Oh shucks, bro. I had to build up so I can get that ring.
Yep.
So
And how much time passed? I'm doing
it
this
was a
for a
couple
reason.
months. It was probably about 6, 7 months
6, 7 months. So put
after
that
I
in
was like,
perspective. From a
I'm gonna
man's
do it.
perspective, this is what happens. We decide, yeah, we want to marry you. Then you got to figure out the ring. You got to get the money for the ring. You got to figure out how you're gonna propose. At least 6 months to a year goes by. In
Mm-hmm.
those 6 months to a year, that's the time you need to obtain this ring. This doesn't just happen over the weekend.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? From a man's
I
perspective.
agree. Yeah.
This isn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
like you got to come up with this. Oh, they're going to turn the lights off. I need it by tomorrow. This is a long thing.
Yep. I don't think you pay attention to reality shit though.
That
Like
doesn't
you're
happen. People said it did.
no, you're giving real life situations, but when people these chickadees nowadays watching TV, they want stuff to happen like they see on TV. You feel what I'm saying?
That's my
They're,
point from earlier.
they're not looking at it like, all right, he got to take his time, he got to build, he got to grow. No, they say stuff like, why you ain't got this yet?
No, she don't know about it. You women don't know.
They're the ones demanding it because these dudes don't be in the mind frame of giving it right then and there.
Yeah, but
They're
you women
trying
don't
to
know.
build.
Y'all don't know when the clock has started on this process.
What I'm trying to say to you is some women don't even allow you to start the process. They start it for you. That's what I'm saying. Those are the women that I'm talking about. You talking about the real women. Y'all talking about the real women. I'm talking about the individuals that don't have a clue about what reality really is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want individuals to take the time out to understand the point that some guys try to make. And it shouldn't take a 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12, 14 karat ring for him to say, I love you. It shouldn't take for him to feel like his balls is in vice grips for him to say, I love you and want to be with you forever. You know, men already got a lot of pressure on them as it is. So for a woman to take what she feels it should be and overwhelm him even further, that's the part that I'm saying is unfair. That's the point that I want to get out. You feel what I'm saying? Like I know y'all handling it. I know y'all taking care of it. But cut them some slack, ladies, chickadees. Let them get to where they want to get to without you forcing them to get there. Allow them to walk that track without you pushing them. That's the only point I wanted to make. What's up, Ned? Y'all got
Street, we finna delete you again.
it.
You just getting here. It's time for you to go.
Oh. But that's a good point though. Like I know he, being here him, but I was broke. That's what I had. That's the best I had. I was down bad. But
Nah, you
you
shouldn't have married him. You should have been talking about marriage right there. You probably was young though, right? Street. You don't know no better. You loved her. That was it. Makes sense. But nah, you shouldn't. If you ain't in a stable position, well, I'm sure it was a while ago, obviously. So I'm sure you wouldn't do that again, though, right? You wouldn't take that. You wouldn't do that way again if you're not ready. You can't be starting off down bad no more. You know.
Like Peachy said, yes, a woman is even willing to pop the question instead of waiting.
Yeah, let a woman ask me, we done.
Those are grounds for termination?
Yeah, because you don't even understand what you got. You don't know who I am. What in you thinks that would be acceptable in any way to a man like me, who you want to marry? You don't know me, and we wasted too much time.
Some women are just weird. I've had a woman who was going to have a wedding, who was infatuated with me, sent me the invitation to the wedding and told me to come and interrupt and interject when they said, "Does anybody disagree with the wedding?" It was dead ass serious.
I believe it.
You fucking crazy.
That she is.
She didn't want to get married and didn't know how to say no.
And then still did it.
I
know folks who's like that, who's more like, my mom and them already coming. So y'all have a party.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is embarrassing. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But what's more hurtful? Doing this, knowing it ain't gonna work, so you can save face in front of your cousins and them that came and spent all their money.
Tia says sometimes people have to come to the realization that they may not be ready for marriage. If he buys me a ring and it affects our livelihood, we aren't ready.
That's real.
I agree. I agree. Jazz said that's rushing a man to ask him first. Men mature later than women, and that's crazy to propose first, in my opinion. Yeah, but it happens a lot.
I don't know what the mature part got to do anything in that sense, because y'all's body mature, not like y'all get more mature, as far as thinking process. Yes, like y'all stop everything around 16 to 18. Y'all as tall as you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like that way. Men can still go up to 21, 22. That's how they mean by mature. Not like you're more mature person, like a more mature person. Y'all still stupid. Y'all still sneak out the house. Y'all still do all the same stupid kiddie stuff. Still get pregnant by dummies. You know what I'm saying? So that don't really have no place to me.
F.l.o.r said she gonna leave that one alone.
Man, you already know, mister. You already know, mister.
Well, Jazz, you call in, dear. Come on, pull that phone up with your good candy eating.
Street say
candy.
Street say Jazz gonna take this ring pop.
Huh?
Do I need to put the link in the chat?
For sure, that's fine.
Yeah, make her call in because just typing is taking her too long. She said most women have planned their weddings since they were a little girl. Men don't think about men. That's not a thing for us to think about.
I wasn't that chick though.
That's one of the differences. Men, that's not something we fantasize about. Yeah, Mark, Mister. She said, "Go ahead and drop it."
I wasn't that chick. I didn't.
I don't even see that as a bad thing. I just feel like it needs to evolve. It can't be the same way you always thought it when you was 12. But you ain't the same chick since you was 12.
So I'm still trying to live that princess
fantasy. I know. That's what I be saying. It's all, and I really feel like everybody has it. It's when it comes to weddings and proposals and how they think it's gonna go. I really feel like all women have that. Some are more realistic, I'll say. But there's a way that you want to be proposed to. Something you saw that was like, oh, that was beautiful, or whatever, the mixture of a couple, or something you thought of.
Tia, like I got proposed to in the hotel room when my husband graduated from AIT military.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just that was that was the situation and how it was set up. So this might be bad, but I don't really remember my first proposal to be honest with you. Uh,
It didn't
so
mean much.
I was just a shorty. I was a shorty. I just don't remember. It was a long, 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 long time ago. Long, long.
We gotta switch this topic as soon as after we get done talking to
For
Tia. I
sure.
mean,
Jazz.
Jazz.
For
And
sure.
Jazz, here she is. What you got, Jazz? What's up?
Hello.
We get a round of applause for Jazz come chiming in.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me turn the TV down. Hold on, because this shit loud. Can y'all hear me?
What is that? Is that street phone, y'all?
No, it was the TV. I was like, let me turn this down.
Oh.
Okay, so y'all can hear me, right? Because the
Yes,
TV is
ma'am.
like later than I don't know
It's
your
delayed.
phone. I don't know why. But anyways, so
What did he say?
Don't worry about his shit.
Did she hang up?
No, she's still there.
hold on.
Hold on.
How you gonna put them on hold?
You have to call us back.
See, that's why you ain't gonna get no ring right there. See, right there.
No ring pop. No pop ring. No pop rocks.
She go.
You can't even get one of these little gummies I get over here. How about that?
Lord, mercy.
Yeah, ain't shit.
She really not back on the phone.
All right, so
We'll wait till she come back.
yeah, Peachy say the world is a fantasy. Shaking my head. I used to want a fairy tale wedding, but now no. I don't want to spend that money on people to
Hello?
come see me get married only to try to see how much
We
we
hear you,
spend.
Jazz.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, Jazz.
Okay, so what is y'all's question? Like what do you think that I'm actually lying about?
I don't think you're lying. Are you there? See, that's what happened when you don't have an iPhone.
I do have an iPhone.
Are you using it?
Yeah, I'm on my AirPods. Maybe that's why. Let me take my AirPods out.
Come on, now. So I can click clown you, woman.
Tia
Okay,
said,
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Emery always calling somebody a lie, though.
You can hear me better.
Period.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. So I don't know if it would necessarily be claimed as fairy tale, but at the end of the day, like my parents met in a nightclub. They met 35 years ago.
That ain't got nothing to do with
No,
shit.
I'm just saying.
That ain't got nothing
Yes,
to
it
do with
does. They met 35 years ago in
Man,
a
what is
nightclub.
this nigga talking about?
The week later, my dad showed up on my mom's front porch. Now, mind you, they both have 2 kids at this time, and they're both under the age of 2. Separately, 2 different people. My dad gave her his first paycheck and told her he was moving in with her, right? Cool. A month later, my dad proposed. And a year later, they got married. Now, in between that time, God knows their money was probably terrible, whatever. But there's no expectations. You know what I'm saying? When the love and you feel that in the beginning or whatever. On this topic specifically, as far as rings go, not to say I've never seen my mom with like a beautiful ring or whatever, but it wasn't like glorified. Like none of that was glorified. Let alone my dad lost his ring when I was like 3 in the drain. You know, back in the 90s, once you lose in the drain, it's a wrap. Like,
you remember that shit?
bruh, I remember.
It sounds like your parents were middle class, hardworking people, correct?
Exactly. So there's that, right? So at the end of the day, my dad never even wore his wedding ring. Like up until my dad does look like El.d.b.a.r. Shut up.
Yo, the bars.
He does.
Love
I have to send a
me
picture.
in a special way. I'm walking the way.
No.
Hey.
But for real. But so my dad never wore a wedding ring for all those years. So how old am I? Wedding ring. I'm 32. So yeah, they've been married for 35 years. My dad lost his ring when I was 3, and he recently just bought a new ring because they came out with those like rubber ones. And he's been wearing it ever since. Like my dad's never worn a wedding ring.
That's because he decides to buy guns instead of a fucking wedding ring.
As he should, protection over everything.
He brought a
Wait,
fucking
what the-
Hellcat
But
fucking 40
even
over a wedding ring.
Street got to put the weed down.
He's crazy.
But that was like, so okay. That makes sense as to why you're such a hopeless romantic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense because of your parents' story. But that's very few and far between that you're gonna hear a story about, you know, my mama meet my daddy and then they moved in together.
Okay, but as far as a wedding ring goes, I could care less for the extravagant proposals. When I tell you my friends have gone far-fetched and beyond for a proposal, I don't need all that. That is ridiculous. You don't need to fly me out to Miami, buy me breakfast, put a whole bunch of balloons and lights up at the beach and walk me all the way through it with my best friends and surprise me. I don't need all that. Cook me breakfast. You're a liar.
You don't need it, but if he did it, you would appreciate it.
I mean, yeah,
right?
I would definitely.
Oh my God, man. Get this nigga out the background.
He's so annoying. But no, I would definitely appreciate it. Not to say that I wouldn't appreciate it. I would definitely appreciate it. It's a beautiful experience.
I mean, she really just laid out how she want her proposal, y'all.
It doesn't need to be extravagant. It doesn't. Let alone the ring that I want is the ring that I really, really, really desire is $4,000. I have put a plan together. I have looked at it. I have chosen my specific cut. I have done all of that.
Well, yes, dear, I guarantee you, if it's $4,000, that ain't no cubics, dear.
That it doesn't need to be. Did you know that diamonds aren't real diamonds? They're all cut. They're not real.
Whoa. No.
Not all diamonds. Most of the diamonds that people are buying now are diamond dust. They're not diamonds.
I got an African.
Real diamonds. Real diamonds cost so much money. Nobody really out here.
I want you to show me some type of appraisal that says a diamond ain't a diamond.
Not all diamonds are real diamonds. If you go through most of these websites and you're looking at cuts, it will literally give you the description of what that diamond is made of. It's not like you can find real diamonds, but they are so expensive. Like,
all right, Jasmine, listen. I was saying that because you said earlier it could be fake diamond. I'm saying your $4,000 ring is not a fake.
Right. Earlier, and that was the point that I was trying to prove to him.
That's why I was saying you lying, because I know, you know, you'll accept whatever you can get. It sounds like, but that doesn't mean that's what you want. Like I was saying about, I drive an Expedition, but I want a Bentley,
and it's okay. Like
Facts.
it's okay to be cool with where you know that pay range is versus, you know, what you want or whatever. Like that's cool. But
I mean, yeah. But it's not necessary. The ring that I have chosen has so much meaning behind what I want as far as what I'm marrying into. And it's not a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 ring. It's like $300. And it's beautiful because it represents my relationship and what I'm also marrying into. And that's something, yes, that I've picked out, something that I do love, and it is extremely beautiful, but it's not extravagant. I don't need it right away. He could put a freaking flower on my finger and ask me to marry him.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. The one thing me and M gonna pay attention to is tones. Fuck what you saying. We're gonna pay attention to tones. What you said when you was talking about that $4,000 ring, you were lit up without us even seeing you. When you was talking about that $300 ring, no matter how much it means to you, your tone dropped so many octaves. You, like M said, you know where it is, so you're okay with that. You ain't got to keep proving that. That's what it is. That shows the loyalty of you towards who you're with. That's respectful. But at the end of the day, what you want versus what you're accepting, they're two totally different things, my love. That's what you're fighting. And we're just saying that you're okay with that $300 ring, but that ain't what you would opt for first.
Actually, to be completely honest, it would be what I would opt for first.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Like I said earlier, like you have upgrades. Like people have that, like, oh, it's been 10 years, here's your upgrade. Oh, it's been 25 years, here's an upgrade. Oh, here's 50, you know, so on and so forth. But that's something obviously later on down the road. Not, and like you said before, you have to look at his pay scale, or not even necessarily looking at it, but it's just like, you know, be respectful of what he can afford. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I want this ring, and if he doesn't do that, I don't want to be with him. That's selfish. That's superficial. That's ridiculous, because you're putting a standard on your love at this point.
I got you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not married. I know you guys, you know, y'all have had y'all moments.
But it don't matter though. Your opinion matters 100%.
Right. What I was just saying is,
straight up,
what you want. It's cool to be like, yo, check this. I want this $4,000 ring because that motherfucker is pretty in its own way, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
But what I'm okay with is this $300 ring because it means so much to me in this way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I know, I can feel that you're hopeless romantic. Like, I can feel that. And most hopeless romantics, if he came to you with a motherfucking top from a Sprite can, you would probably be okay with that. You know, and again, that's okay. I don't want you to feel like you have to defend your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I do feel like there are women out there that are superficial, and I'm just not one of those people that's gonna be like, oh, I'll leave him, because it's not a carrot. It's not even a full carrot. Like, who does that?
But those points are different though. You were trying to highlight, I'll take this $300 ring over the $4,000, which is what you'll take. But you know how I was saying, like, I drive an Expedition. I'm cool with that. But what I want is a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm ever asked what I want, regardless of how people would look at it, what I want is a Bentley. What I can afford right now is this Expedition.
So if somebody pulled up, in your driveway, if you had nothing, let's start there, right? You have nothing, and somebody pulled up in your driveway with that Expedition, but instead you wanted something better, you're not going to be like, oh, I don't want that, take that away. You're going to be grateful. You're going to be happy because somebody thought about you and brought you something that you maybe second best, but it's something that you needed or wanted, per se.
Yeah, that's what he said. He in the Expedition right now. But
I'm happy. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah.
If he
except about this gas. But no. But okay, I get it.
Yeah. We gonna cut you loose because we gotta jump into something a little happy.
Wait. Tia asked if I had a Rolex, would I take a Timex? Man,
it still tells time.
If my girl buying it, yeah. Like, I have a Breitling.
No,
I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna say? No. If my girl bring me this, I'm gonna say no. No, I ain't that guy.
It still tells time.
You ain't gonna wear it.
He said
I will wear it for her
when y'all together.
It wouldn't be my choice of one. I wouldn't. I would take it. I swear to God, I would take it.
Your girl, if you have a Rolex, your girl is not gonna get you a Timeless. That's how this.
Right.
That's how it works. Same thing with rings. If you have great jewelry, as a female, the person that proposes to you is just not gonna get you the bottle.
Y'all wilding on a whole nother level. If Emery got a Rolex, 9 times out of 10, Emery bought that Rolex. That don't necessarily mean that his wife money is matching up to his money. Just because. No. What I'm saying is, if I'm just using Emery as an example. If M got a Rolex, 9 times out of 10, Emery bought that Rolex. That's what he rocking with for his wife to go to a Timex. Her money ain't matching his money. And this is something she wanted to get him, not with his money. Am I understanding correctly?
Yeah, because I'm taking, she can give me, even if I never wear it or never use it or never whatever, I'm going to accept her gift because to her, that may be her best. Now, my wife buying it is different than my girl. If I'm not mistaken, you asked if my girl. No, you didn't say who you said. If who it was, would you be okay if I bought you a Timex? I'm not that way. I would definitely keep it. I wouldn't be like, there's no way I would be like, for me, I'd never be like, no, I'm not taking that. Get that. I wouldn't be rude. Get that out no, there's no way. There's no, even if I never ever wore the thing,
So that's
I
what you're
wouldn't be
saying.
like.
You're saying you said that if somebody proposed with a whack ring, people would
There
say
are
no.
people. Yes, I'm not saying I'm
There are
one.
It's not that
definitely
person.
people.
No, there are. I'm not, but I'm a different. You know what? To be real, I'm not saying I'm not gonna turn
I'm
down.
saying
Like,
women are doing that. They're getting proposed to with whack rings and they're accepting it, and they're just never gonna get married.
there are some. Yeah, yeah.
Well, family, I appreciate you guys for having me on the show
Oh, I
today.
thought you were
No
going.
problem, baby.
That's
No
been
problem,
cool.
baby. Of
Well, we
course.
appreciate you chiming in. Tell Street he gonna have to call in himself. Nigga, we can't
You
hear
heard
you in the
him?
back. We heard him a little bit.
He's a mess. He's a mess.
Let's bring Streets on for the next topic. Thanks, Jazz.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. Right. Recharge your phone up, cuz we want to make sure you got a little charge on those stuff.
I don't wear watches, so I don't give a shit. You can buy what you. I don't wear no damn watches. Whatever you buy me is gonna sit on the damn counter, unless it's.
I love watches. I think dudes love watches.
I think so too. More. Well, I think it's a lot of women that love watches too, honestly. But
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just one of them things.
So no, you, bro. This or you. I'm just here for the ride.
What's me?
I'm in it, but you know.
What's me? I don't know what we're talking about here.
Oh, you know.
Let's see. Which angle are we coming from?
Is it enough?
Don't get me all riled up.
No, you don't get riled up. You just Hirsch.
All right. So, what me and my constituents have been talking about is when we're dealing with children and child rearing and people who are not together anymore, is child support enough? Is it enough for a man to be like, I'm not doing nothing else? And there's a B part to this question. Does amount play any part in your answer? Does the amount of child support being paid play any role in your conversation?
All right, let me answer. So even though I was married, I received child support for my kid.
Did you?
I did. And they ordered him to pay, I think, a reasonable amount. I don't know why, but $361 is what's on the top of my head. $361 a month. That was sufficient enough that, you know, provided what he needed and took care of if he had to fly back and forth or if he had to travel back and forth, that took care of that. The court decided to take us back in to do like a review or even, you know, and they wanted to raise it. And I told them that there was no need because, again, I had a husband. So what he contributed took care of my kid, and me and my husband took care of the rest. So I think a lot of times the child support is enough. There was extra done voluntarily, and when that was cut out, that was fine. It was cool. I didn't push it. I didn't, you know, make a big deal out of it because, again, like, he was the only kid that had 371 to himself, 361, whatever it was. So I felt like it was more than enough, you know, for him to be taken care of or whatever. I just feel like sometimes women need to handle their feelings and their emotions because they intrude those. And I don't even really think it'd be about the child support. I don't think it'd be about the extra. I think it really be about the unresolved feelings in some cases. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Paris said child support is not enough. And yes, amount is included in my answer. You say it's not enough. Does that mean time should be spent, or does that mean extra things should be given?
What I meant was more money, not necessarily time.
That when I say more things should be given, that's what I meant.
Yeah, you mean all of it. I'm not talking about time. I think the time part is okay. Like, I mean, it's obvious you should spend more time. So how I meant it was, is that enough money to be given you? And then again, does the amount play a part in that?
Vernisha said child support is not enough. I received that as a child and it didn't scratch the surface.
And if you're only getting $100 or $200 or $300 or $400, of course. But if you're getting $2,500, would that change your mindset? I'm sure it will, but I don't think most of y'all on here thinking that high. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure of it, at least.
Mr. said, y'all don't want me to answer. I'm gonna get blocked. Peachy said 3 kids. 3 kids only. My youngest gets child support $25 a week. Shaking my head at the end of the day. When I spread them legs, I knew consequences. So therefore, I'm going to do what I have to do.
Listen, can we make Peachy the unofficial 3rd member of this doggone panel for being that honest? If don't nobody else on this thing ever say another thing, she said, when I spread them legs, I knew the consequences.
You know who that is.
Who?
Yoko.
I don't know.
That's Yoko.
Oh, what up? Now that I know, I'm blessing her. Nah, but that's because that is a thing that nobody seems to really acknowledge, man. Like, oh yeah, like because me and you split, and we have a child. I'm not obligated to maintain your lifestyle because how you were living with me. No, even if you got the kid, and that's no. Because your lifestyle was contingent upon us being together. Now, I can take care of that child as best as I can without funding your lifestyle, which is where most of that money, if it's anything over $200 or $300, that's where it's going anyway. To the lifestyle, not just your home needs. That's really going towards your lifestyle. Anyway, I get pissed about that. Sorry.
Paris said extra money. I don't think it's ever calculated fairly when you compare the custodial parent.
Yeah.
Street said, y'all just want the money so y'all can go to Juicy Crab every night.
Right.
He a damn fool. Hold on.
No, but Jazz is right. She says most of them kids don't even see what their child support does for them.
I agree.
It's sad.
Peachy say, complaining about support and continuously trying to get help from the dad is wasted energy. You could be making sure your kids are good.
Facts. Plain and simple.
Street say, I pay child support and still buy shit for my sons all the time.
Yeah. What's about you, shot? What?
What's about you, shot? What's about to get you shot? I've seen folks get married and was miserable the whole time.
Oh, he talking about the earlier subject.
Street said child support is for deadbeat dads. If you're an active father, it's a trap.
Yeah, I don't agree with how they calculate it because it's only about how much you make.
It's not.
It
doesn't
not
take.
about your bills.
Yeah.
How much you got to pay out at all. Again, I was my lawyer wanted me to get my ex for a rent check every month. I'm like, no. I told him absolutely not. He was mad. Why won't you do it? She would do it if she was on the other foot. I ain't her. You gonna regret this. And that's when I got pissed. I'm not gonna regret this, nigga. I'm daddy. I'm gonna this. That's not even a thing. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be good. And she's gonna do for them. Like she, she's in her way right now, upset or whatever right now. Like we both were to an extent during that period. But my problem with her ain't these kids or how she's a mother to them. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the losing party's job to fund your lifestyle. And that's what it comes down to. Because if the dude you get kids by make money, it won't be $25 a week. It's going to be more like $300 a week or $350 a week. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of money. It's going to be more than $500 if he's making any kind of good money. But it's not. It's like, okay, and I can use me as the example. It's not her responsibility to fund my lifestyle. I can make all the arguments that everybody else would make. We moved down here together. I didn't move here to pay all this money and renting apartments by myself and blah, 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 blah. Yes. We moved here so she can have a better chance at better jobs in the nursing field. All that's true. But we split. We're done. Her job now is to these kids, not to me. And that rent check that they were trying to make me get off her would have just been for. I didn't need it. Mm-hmm. I would have loved to have it. I would have loved to have had it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not. I don't even want to even put her in that much of a box. That's so crazy. Mm-hmm. Like y'all want me to take that much money?
Because they don't care about.
They don't. And there's so many bitter, angry, upset women take that approach and then wonder why the nigga be so upset. Because you keep asking for more. He's like, I have nothing left, ma'am. You're taking 25% of my income of the gross.
So it sounds like you're saying it's enough.
Yeah.
I think
if you was paying that much,
yeah.
My answer is contingent upon the amount. If you paying $500 or less, no, it's not enough, not at all. If you're paying upwards of $2,000 a month, like I know people who do, and over, absolutely, absolutely. Because again, I'm not supposed to be funding your lifestyle. I'm supposed to be taking care of those children. And so if there's extra that's needed, especially if you're paying that $500 or under, then y'all need to do stuff 50-50. Because $500 ain't nothing, to be honest.
Not a month.
Yeah, $500 ain't doing nothing. They eating that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can be realistic, how I get down is with me and my ex, we everything is pretty much split. Not every single thing, but most things that they need is split down the middle. There's a bunch of stuff I just do. You know, what I don't ask, it ain't that big a deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure she does her fair share as well. Like she ain't, you know. But if there's something significant over $150, $200 or more, yeah, come on, hey, half of that.
Hey, baby mama.
Or like if I'm doing all the little doctor's appointments, these co-pays will smack you, boy. When you got sickly kids. Asthma and cancer. There's always something wrong with these little niggas, man. Their little $40, $50 do add up after a while, but like if it's something, it should be about the kids, and the child support is not about the kids. That's the problem. Child support is not about the kids. It's about whoever loses is trying to get as much as you can get to keep the girl who usually gets them off the system as much, so she gets a little more money, so we won't have to give her so much from the feds. Because they're usually broke. Everybody involved is usually broke.
Yeah, because the state doesn't want to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
The state don't want to pay them, so they're going to try to get as much from you as possible.
Yes.
That's why I say they will calculate how much you make, not what you got left. They don't even care. It's like, wow. So, yeah. Mine is about the amount.
He said, when you're not living with your child, you will never be able to do all the child needs unless you're seeing them every day. Jazz said, child support is a jug. My dad was put on child support. My older brother was 17, and he had to pay all those years of back pay. Shaking my head, robbery.
That's
terrible.
That's fucked up.
Dang.
That's fucked up.
I see that happening though.
Oh, for sure. Peachy said my bro pays over $500 a month in child support and still send money. That's
dude, man, put baby mama on child support. Down here in Texas, somebody got to get some money, bro. I wouldn't have. I don't know if I wouldn't have. I would have probably made her do a little bit. But I opted for the minimum purposely. Because for me, like realistically, my problem with her is not how she is with these kids.
So you put her on child support?
Technically. Like I didn't want it. But like in Texas, whoever get the kids getting something. That's across the board. Whoever get the kids getting something.
It's
The
just
state
standard.
put her on child support.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I don't want it. I was like, I want the bare minimum. He was like, no, we can get, I want the least I can get is what I want. Now I just wasn't budging from that. Because again, my issue with her was not her as a parent. I hated her guts. I couldn't stand her at that time, like at all. And I've explained this story, and people be like, well, that's how it is when you get mature people. We was not mature in that moment. We hated each other. We was going through a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
It was ugly, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's just I knew I wasn't gonna be this mad forever. So I'm like, what's best for the kid? I don't want her money like that. And then I'm how I'm set up. I'm a man. I'm cool. I don't need your stuff at all. I don't want it actually. I'm gonna take care of it, and because it's not about getting them back. Like this could be a win for all men. I'm not protesting with you niggas. I'm trying to make sure these kids are great. Cause there's a bunch of stuff I still got to do, even though I got the custodial custody, like the address is here with me. There's a lot of stuff I got to do, man, to make sure that our relationship, me and their mom, gets to a good place. If she was giving me $2,500 a month, that'd be enough. She went to do another thing. Nothing.
Yeah. Street said I could be a fucked up nigga if I told my baby mama I'm not buying shit for my sons because I pay child support because the courts don't look at the extra you do.
They do not.
You wouldn't be a fucked up nigga. You just being realistic. Some people that are paying those exorbitant amounts, they just ain't got it because they're paying those exorbitant amounts.
Yeah.
People don't talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you say in actuality, no one can put an amount on what it takes to take care of a child daily? And that's facts.
That's true. I just don't want your money like that. Like, to me, if I win the kids, then I want the kids and everything that come with it.
You got what you wanted.
I swear to God, bro, I don't think women look at it that way. But if I want the kids,
women want the kids,
want them.
They want help.
They want the kids, right? They want help too. Right. It's like if it's better for them, like to be with me, let them be with me. Why you get them and take some of my money? And I'm proving this. If I get them, I don't want your money. I just want the kids. I want to raise them. I want what come with them. And again, after things smoothed out, we were able to, be able to, talk like adults about our children and what's best. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even about, it's really about the power. And it's too much power for somebody bitter to have.
You said it all the time.
It's too much, man.
It's too much dependence. You
that too.
Dependent on that.
On that money, exactly. That's another thing. You will
change his job, and these hoes gonna lose their fucking mind. Sorry.
Yep.
They man, they car, they house.
Oh, wait. Y'all daddy did this.
They everything.
I bet Kobe jacked the whole game up. Think about
I bet it did. I hope it did. Because it shows you, man, like what you're really doing it for. If I want the kids, I want them. Yes, I'm gonna need a little help, but I'm not gonna tax you $1 gajillion and then try to make you jump through all the little hoops. And then when you don't, I'm gonna blame you because you didn't come through. Your daddy didn't. Your mama didn't. Whoever got him. Your daddy didn't do this. I told him that he can get y'all next Tuesday. Now he's supposed to be on Mars next Tuesday, but he could have told them no. He could have told the Marks people no, and could have got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much power, man.
PG said, call my child every week instead of the payments. Spend some time with your child. The funding isn't everything.
Facts. But we are talking about money this time, though. But that is true, 100%.
Tia said, I wish more women thought like you, Peachy. I just wanted my son's father's presence in his life. I never put him on child support. Street said, the extra you do is considered a gift in their eyes.
Yeah.
Street said, my advice, men, go get joint custody as soon as fucking possible.
Yeah.
Tia said, back on rings. Why we gotta go back on rings, Tia? Get a kid's time over money. Jazz says celebrities have it bad.
Yeah, I agree. But them chicks know that, like, you know the game.
They set it up.
Strap up. Period. Or get a vasectomy. Ours is reversible. When you're ready to have a kid, undo it. Something. It's your fault at this point.
Street said, Mister, I can't do that, bro. I'm a man above all. I can't have kids out here and all they know is I sent the child support payment. Jasmine said, like, what does your child need for $175,000 a month?
That's lifestyle support.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, that's what it's basically for. Anybody paying that's got to pay over $500, $600. It's not for the child. The child's not seeing it.
Tia said, not all women. I offered him money just to be present. Ooh. I think it's a lot of, like, my dad was the type that didn't work, so he didn't have to pay child support.
Dang.
Like, that's kind of what I came up on. So the art of hustle became, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Common for me very, very early on. You know, because
those people still exist. It's a lot of men that won't get a job because of child support.
Still?
Especially these people that have, the people that have 4 or more children.
I got a buddy that's 7 or 8.
He has 7.
They selling weed right now. Yep.
He works as a bouncer. Yep. Everything is paid cash
on the table. Yep. So, like those are the ones that you would think would be willing to spend time, but they don't even give that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, but this dude that debt ain't going away. that debt for those 4 kids for their lifetime, which is thousands and thousands, it ain't going nowhere, Jack.
Well, keep accumulating.
And then they keep having more on top, and that's the crazy part.
That's my homeboy problem. Now, he's a good daddy. He'd be over their house and keep them and all the stuff. I'm like, nigga, you need to chop it off, bro.
Enough is enough.
You've had enough now. That's it.
She said the person requesting child support shouldn't have actual custody in most cases. Fuck that. You need money. I don't give me the kids and I'll raise them.
Right. You need money. I don't. Give me the kids.
Got you. You're going to have to learn how to use punctuation.
Yeah, but no, that's real. That's how I feel. If I want these kids, then I want the kids. They're expensive.
Give them to me.
I'm not going for a joint. You know, I want a soul or whatever. Then you want them. You don't need my help, nigga.
Sorry. You good. These hoes want the money over a father for their child.
A lot of them.
I agree.
Lots.
Just said, Tia, you are a rare one, but it's beautiful knowing you don't need him, but you just wish he was a father. I guess I definitely was blessed as far as having somebody who loved my kids beyond words. So,
yeah.
Street said, if your child's other parent is active, then why the fuck you putting them on papers?
That's another thing, man.
That's
a whole nother thing.
Right here, I've made this offer in the past, and it was declined.
Let me read that. I tried to let my kids' fathers off and just pay the same. I didn't like government in my personal life. He always said no. My bad. I didn't mean to skip over
If you literally do the math, you would pay the same amount or more if you did it personally without the
Mm.
states. And women won't do it because they don't think they
that. You're
think
gonna
you're
keep it
men are
up.
liars. You ain't gonna do it. You're not gonna hold up.
Well, because there's a bunch of men that are
True.
True.
for real. You know, it ain't all sweet.
Um, Street said, "Pink, you a real one. The government doesn't need to be involved in your personal business." Peachy said, "And I didn't put him on child support. Texas did. I would have never."
Yeah, Texas don't play. Texas think they're their own country though.
Yeah,
That's
They
crazy.
do whatever they want.
Texas is their own country. I don't know what he's
Yeah.
talking about. Pink. They
We
are.
put on that raggedy grid. They were telling us a week or two ago, everybody turn down y'all AC a little bit. Ain't no way. No, get on the grid with the rest of the country. Nobody's telling they people to do that. Anyway, I think I'm a little upset tonight. A couple little things just rubbing on me.
And it's like
rubbing me the wrong way.
You got all of these child support like regulations and contracts that are in place have been in place for most of the time over 10, 15, 20 years with these children. And with inflation, there should be deflation of child support. There's no balance. Like nothing happens to support. It always stays the same, and everything else goes up. Rent goes up, electric goes up, gas goes up. Your pay stays the same, and your child support stays the same. The shit makes no sense,
bro. Out here, if you don't pay if you're delinquent on your child support, you can't even register your car. That's how much they not playing out here.
Yeah, they crazy.
Yeah, you can't even register your car.
They better have that child support payment with their registration payment.
Well, you better get it in somebody else's name and hope for the best.
Who shit?
It's a lot, man. It's not even for them kids though. That's what I'm saying. Let's figure out the best system for that, because there is one. It's called make everybody do their fair share. If nothing else, split everything down the middle. Every single thing they do, like everything, how much they would use of the house, water percentage, you can figure out a percentage of how much electricity they use. Do it that way. I would much rather that, where she still, you know what I'm saying, where she bears some responsibility, because it seems like too often the men, or usually who lose anyway, the men are responsible for that. Like, I'm not supposed to be maintaining you in your life. Like, if we're gonna do these kids together, let's do these kids together. And like, if I want them on a day that ain't my day, give me my kids. Especially if you ain't got nothing going on. You know what I mean? If we let the government get involved, and they don't really care, they just don't want the beefing and the bickering. So they'll set stuff. You can say all the stuff you want. Both of y'all can sign an agreement. If it got to go to court, the judge will just do whatever they want. At least down here, they'll make it say and do whatever they're supposed to do. That's not cool.
What she is saying here. I saw a lot too. Like we called it a 3 checkers. That third check, they were gone. Them first 2 check, clear and free. That third check, after they get that, they gone. They quit. Because that child support hit. I mean, imagine the people that was making the minimum wage, which is, does everybody realize the minimum wage is still
$7.20? Yes, still.
What is it? $7.25 or $7.50?
$7.25, bro.
Isn't that not fucking crazy?
But then you got some people that's trying to get somewhere to stay, and their rent, is $1,200, $1,400.
You can't even do that off of that.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
It's unbelievable.
Like, what?
That's too much. Let's read some more of these comments.
Street says, so let me get this shit straight. I gotta pay. If I don't pay you, take my license, so I can't go to work to make this amount of money that y'all told me to pay. What fucking sense does that make?
None.
Kenya said
They're not trying to.
None. There's a lot of understating finances so they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
A percentage of nothing leave nothing, so it's easier to just do what's necessary on your own.
Yeah.
The child support on PG say they put child support on your credit and make it to where you can't even go get a passport when you're behind. The shit is
That's
sad.
true. That is true.
Oh shit, y'all.
So if it's that bad, we're saying that the child support should be enough.
Yeah, no.
I just feel like I just don't feel like one should have so much. Like I don't feel like the calculation is fair. You
It's
know what I'm
not.
saying? I don't
You're
feel
not
like
getting nothing.
you know you shouldn't have to pay.
Is the straight up default to everything, and it happens on almost a quarterly basis.
Yeah, man.
What's coming up? Halloween, baby daddy got to get the costume.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Thanksgiving, Christmas, baby daddy got to get the gifts, got to get the birthday gifts. You got to get this, you got to get that, you got to get school supplies, back to school, you got to get the shoes, you got to get the clothes. They default to us. They can have all the shit, but they still gonna lean on us.
Yeah.
And Street said he gonna do it. So he paying all the child support and he gonna do all of those things on top of that. That's insane. Ain't no way.
It depends on his amount.
What he's paying, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure if he was paying as much as other people, he wouldn't. I'm sure of it. If it's 500 or under, okay.
Street said child support is just another reason to put us behind bars.
Facts. Dang.
I thought about that earlier. Like it's just another setup. Jasmine said women be pressing for money, then he ends up in jail. Now what? But see, she good with that because he ain't with the other baby mama.
She happy, right?
You know, so she
winning. She out there laughing. She get to have her little crab boils every now and then off his money.
Yeah, but then when they lock you up, you still accumulating child support. You get out of jail, you can't get a job because you was in jail.
Right.
And then when you get a job, you gotta pay your back child support. It's like, come on, who made this shit up? And the only person benefiting is baby mama.
Only person benefiting is baby mama.
Peachy said Travis put himself on child support and knew he wasn't the father. He did it because I wouldn't take anything from him, and Barron County agreed to let him pay child support. Oh, so jeez, I guess I did block out some. Like when me and my you ain't let go of that. Him putting himself on it and it wasn't his. You ain't got past that one yet?
No, ma'am, I have not.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I rushed you. I'm sorry.
Put himself on child support and knew he wasn't the father. Now, did he just know, like in his self know, or was there an actual test taken to say that it wasn't his child? Please respond to that. Please, I can't move.
Oh, with her, I'm almost positive it was proven that it wasn't his. For her to say, yeah, and she said he did it because she wouldn't take nothing from him. So that
because
was
he wasn't his, right?
Pretty much, that was his way of inserting himself.
I didn't know all this. This was going on. I missed all of that. Jesus Christ.
He's so stupid.
Did she get back yet? Hurry up, girl. Actual factually. God, dog. So he knew, like there was a test and everything?
Yeah, I'm almost positive when it comes to her.
Jesus Christ.
Street said back to the rings, please. This shit a serious topic. I'm trying to be nice, LOL. Yeah. Tia said you have to be mature for the kind of communication. A lot of women are bitter and angry and not mature enough to come to any logical agreements. Period. Point blank. Like that's the whole thing. Like the get back is so important for them that they could give a shit about what goes on with their kid. They could care less. They just want to get back when they see him locked up. They don't care that that's taking them from their kid. None of that matters because they involve their feelings. They don't remove themselves and let the kid be in the relationship with the dad. No. I got just like the baby mamas who gotta be the ones to put the kids in the car seat when they, transfer in time, or I gotta inspect your car. I gotta know what's going on at your
I can see
house,
that.
or you know what I'm saying? Like those are so take this motherfucker. I got a headache. It's your week. Here you go.
Don't have my baby around the chicks. Girl,
make sure she know that she's allergic to orange juice.
And keep it moving.
Because the reality of it is we're not together. I'm over you. So there should be stipulations placed with me being over you, in my opinion. Right. Common sense. You had a baby, take care of it.
Common sense ain't common.
Tia said the calculation is really unfair, especially if you see it black and white. I'm doing payroll. I would be crushed for those men and the deductions.
Yeah.
Like,
it's unfair.
Street said my baby mama then paid off her car off my fucking money. Ain't no fucking way she quit her job and was still able to pay all her bills and pay off a fucking car. Man, you said fuck like every other word. I didn't realize it until I started getting mad.
The boy was upset.
Angry. Oh, all right. The history of child support. During the post-Depression era, the United States enacted federal legislation establishing the forerunner of today's welfare system. The program was originally initiated to provide all dependent children more stability throughout financial aid via Title, I think that's 4-A of a Social Security Act of 1935. The federal government of the United States became involved in providing welfare assistance to impoverished children in 1935 through the Aid of Families and Dependent Children program, aka welfare, aid, help, public assistance.
Impoverished and welfare go and child support all go hand in hand. Is that not strange?
Yeah, no.
You're not trying to suspicious.
It was needed most likely in the 30s.
Right.
It needs to be revamped, and it hasn't been.
Right.
Because just because we split don't mean I need to fund your doggone lifestyle. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. That's just how it should be. Like, y'all tripping. And these women, so often who usually win, they get it. They get the child support. They get the power. Basically, they get the power. And the power is what's too much. That power of saying yes or no, you can, even if it's your day to get them, if they say, like, I'm scared to go over there, she can be like, no, they ain't going. Mm-hmm. Now, you can't do that back.
Mm-hmm. The key to that statement is it was for poor people.
Yeah.
Why are people who are pretty good or doing okay being fucking penalized? That's my thing. We shouldn't even be in the conversation.
They ain't updated it like Sprint.
Man, hey.
They need to get rid of that shit versus Roe versus Wade and all this other crazy shit.
I swear. Jan said it's just like getting spousal support after a divorce. I disagree. It depends. It depends on why you.
The same thing. If we done you, I'm not funding your lifestyle.
It depends. So if my husband is the breadwinner and he's the one that decided to step out of the marriage, that has nothing to do with me. I didn't alter our arrangement of marriage. I didn't alter the lifestyle that you provided for me. You altered that. So because you altered that, you're going to have to keep this going until I can figure out a way to get myself going.
You're not going to figure it out.
I disagree.
Most welfare folks are not figuring it out. You get too comfortable getting $700 in food stamps when your house costs $113 a month.
Preach.
We was talking about spousal support. We wasn't.
I'm saying the help. I have this other job that I have now, and it's paid at first was extra money. Now it's a part of my income. So you know what I'm saying? Anything that's coming in that's consistent sounds better than not. You're not going to be able to just stop it just like that. If we done, we done.
Well, if I'm the one at home taking care of these kids and I haven't worked in umpteen years because I've been the one at home taking care of these kids, but you still decide to do whatever for us to split, you not finna just put me on the street to fend for myself. That's not gonna happen.
Stay with me.
Oh yeah, see, you crazy. You done lost it. You know,
What?
damn man. We going for
You probably wasn't working before we had kids.
and I ain't finna deal with your crazy ass. So we finna get this podcast popping, and I'm finna drop your ass off at the crazy house, and I'm finna keep the fuck moving. I don't have time for this
You
shit.
probably wasn't working before I got to you. You was looking for a meal ticket and you got one.
Right, but this meal ticket costs too motherfucking much, and my sanity is worth me stepping the fuck away and you just paying me.
You ain't gonna never be sane again in your life after leaving me, nigga. What you thought?
After being with you, nigga, what you?
I just feel like it's leaving. One of the two. One of them right. One of them was right.
Period. I gotta figure this shit out because this motherfucker.
That's too much. I feel like it's the same though. They asked me about spa. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to be, I hated it. Didn't work out, but it didn't.
And it is what it is.
Let's just leave it at that.
No.
He was like, the dude, my lawyer, I don't even want to say his name. He was like, well, I guess we just say no to all this.
He was big mad.
He was. I don't know if they get commission or what. I don't know. He was mad like he was getting some of that money, boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, y'all.
You good. Soldier said a child should live the same lifestyle of the absent parent. Maybe it's a lot, maybe it's a little, but it should reflect the same as how you're living your day-to-day life.
I should not be funding your give me the kids. And yes, then their lifestyle can reflect how I live. If we done, we done. I don't owe you, Kamisha. I don't owe you no more. I owe my kids now. And if you think I make more, it's like Street said earlier. You need the money. I don't. Give me the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Give them to me then. You just read them.
I just want to put it up there for historical documentation.
Because that's retarded to me. No, I'm sorry, Soldier. You know I love you, girl. Nah, because a bunch of how we were was because we were together as a team.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? The facts are we're not anymore. And it's like this. If we were just dating, Soldier, and we had a kid, you would still be responsible for your bills, and I would be responsible for mine, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're not living together, you would still have your place. I would still have mine. We just boyfriend and girlfriend, and we have a kid. You would still be paying your bills. What's the difference?
She said you're not an absent parent, so you can't relate.
Okay. But you're not talking about the parent part.
She said the child should live the same life as the same lifestyle as the absent parent. So hypothetically, say you on the road, you're touring, you walking around with Versace's and Versace shades. You got it going on all the way.
His Timex watch.
Timex.
But your kids walking around with Walmart specials. You feel me? Like you being the absent parent, even though you're paying that child support or whatever, I'm assuming she's saying even though you're paying child support because that was, the child should still reflect, I guess, what you got. I don't know. I feel like.
See, now you're getting to it. Come on my way.
I feel like what I pay you is what you need to do to upkeep that if that's the way that you want it to go. But if I'm paying you child support and I live the way I live, I'm working for me to live the way that I live, not necessarily for me to keep up with how my kid, like you should maintain that if that's the way. And that's just kind of how I feel. Like
that's how I've been saying the whole night. Like it's not my responsibility to keep your lifestyle up.
And nobody should finance several households. That just is insane.
That shit is hard.
if you had 3 different baby mamas, you're expected to finance and fund 3 different households. No, that'd be 4, including your own.
Including
right.
Mamas. That's 4 households.
I got a buddy who got a couple kids, and his girlfriend, they was thinking about getting married. She finna dump the nigga. You don't even know yet. Because child support issues.
We should have carte blanche access to all of that shit. I need to live at all y'all house and come and go as I please.
Because I'm paying the bills. Something.
Some polygamy type shit.
Straight up.
Peachy said, can we just agree that child support is stupid? She said, this shit raised my blood pressure.
That took me out.
So just say, I'm going to hold it down with or without your financial support, but your child should not be penalized financially because you are no longer in the household.
I agree with that, but that doesn't mean I should keep up your lifestyle. That's what I'm saying.
Tia say, I know a few men who pay hella child support and the kids are not living equally. Then she sends the kids with dirty, raggedy clothes, and he has to buy stuff just to take them somewhere. Why? Because she bitter. She jealous. She got issues that she need to handle within herself. So, but again, he knew what he got with.
When he got in between them legs.
When he cocked them jokers open, like dead ass. It was hot, though. That crazy was sexy to him. Not that shit dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers don't pay attention to that shit until they, like, want to, kill a bitch or whatever.
The person you have sex with is not the parent. You don't meet the parent until the kid gets there.
But you can meet the person that goes toward that way, Doc.
That bitch showed to look crazy. That bitch showed some crazy. She showed it, and it was hot. Motherfuckers thought that shit was good. Then when that crazy flipped on them in a different way, it's too much. Females do be spiteful. They be mad spiteful.
Yeah.
But shit, it was cool when they was fighting each other. He thought he was the shit when they was fighting each other.
He did.
You feel me? So now she fighting him. It's a different thing. It's a bigger deal. Like, come on, son. Like, she done that stupid shit the whole time. You just ignored that shit because it wasn't towards you. But now that it's aimed towards you, you feel a certain type of way. In my opinion. Like, now, because now realistically, like, you can't think of all of this stuff is going to happen when you're dating this chick. Mm-hmm. And vice versa. Like, if he ends up hitting you, it's not like you should have thought about that. Not in that way.
You should have known he was going to beat your ass, girl.
Yeah, because I've heard people say stuff like that. That's not a reality. But there are some flags, some red flags that we've missed purposely or not. In most cases, very few people are psychopaths that they can really, really get over on you like that. You feel when you see, you ignore.
You just keep going.
That's for men and women.
Italian Pink just said a family member of mine, they wait until their kids are 18. The parents have the same agreement to hook up outside of with other people and act like a family when they're together. That's too much motherfucking work.
Playing around, skip them kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's like fucking kids for real.
Kids. I've never been like, well, we gonna stay and make it for the kids. Nah, we finna show them life ain't always sweet.
Somebody gonna end up in prison.
Man, it ain't gonna work.
That's you what?
No, I'm not gonna try to front for the kids stay around and then be trying to date out. Nah, I want to bring somebody home. I'm gonna see how sturdy this bed is. Got this new ceiling fan. What up? I just put it on the rise. My bed tall. What up?
These niggas like,
listen. Man, please. Nah.
I ain't got time for all that. It's just done. Mm-hmm. Like,
no, if we done, we done. It sucks. But again, like that's a life lesson too for your kids. But then, like how I took it as a challenge to show them how to go through with integrity. Like early on, like before like the big beef was started, I was just as petty and vindictive and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But as it was like moving, like I was gonna move out to come out here to Frisco, I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be the example for my kid because this is horrible. And you don't really know how a divorce or like a death in the family even affects your kids until they get grown. Mm-hmm. They don't really know. They can't articulate. They don't have the language for it yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to you know, try my best to go through as integral as possible. I would tell the boys, you know, if they see me like getting mad and getting loud, I would say, y'all do this to me. And that's gonna make me chill out immediately. You know, we had a couple other little tricks, and they would do it. They did it, and every time I would have to stop and be like, you know what, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to you later. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I would even calm all the way down as best as I could, and I'd go call my brother and talk to him. Exactly like I needed to. But yeah.
Kenya said, kids are as happy as you allow them to be, and they know when stuff is off. Move on. Some kids will be like, hey, Mom, like, don't you think we should keep it moving? You know, some kids will tell you it's okay to sever it, let it go, move on.
Right.
You should feel like shit for your kid to be able to acknowledge that to you, but I mean, you should listen as well. I ain't mean to raise your blood pressure. I just thought that it was something that need to be talked about, because I think women get it misconstrued to feel like because you are the custodial parent that you got power. I think you have power in the place where it don't really matter, if that makes sense. You know, because those kids hear what you say, those kids hear dad say nothing, those kids see dad love on them, and I'm just talking about the bitter ones. You feel me? So once they evolve and get older and see how dad acts versus how you act, they gonna know you the problem, you the issue. Like, for real. So fall back, youngin. Get over it.
Pretty much.
Dust your knees off. Pop your collar. Do the triple step and keep it on.
All right.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, some got to shake, because who's got to win is the kids, and if the kids really are the focus, you'll figure it out. You will truly figure out how to, you know, co-parent, how to do what's best for the kids, and not go exactly by the rules stipulated in court or through the order that they end up giving you, because that order is really just like a middle ground, so you can keep the peace, because y'all can't talk and figure out stuff on your own in that moment. But the problem is, you're not going to be that mad forever. So, you know, you shouldn't make permanent decisions based off of how you feel right now. It's not real. That's just not a real thing, man. And then the kids and the baby daddy are pigeonholed to that forever now, because in that moment you was still mad. Which is why, like, somebody got to be the calm one. Somebody got to be.
It took me a long time to get to that place of just really shutting the fuck up and turning around and being like, all right, you're right. I don't want to talk about this no more, though. Like, it took me a while to get there, because I'm confrontation, and I like confrontation. So,
yeah, it's about the kids overall, Street says, but it's also about making things right. If I'm giving my kids what they need, why am I paying? I agree 100%, because they want you to keep up their lifestyle. I'm gonna keep preaching that. I'm sorry, man. You think about how much folks are paying. I know people paying a lot of money. And for what? That's like the whole bail system. What's that money? Where's that money going? Let's not. Let me talk about that next time, or in a couple of weeks or something, because that's a whole problem too. Whole judicial system, how they play us, man, and it's a purposeful thing that they put us under their thumb, and they get us under there, and we can't get out.
Never get out.
And the only thing left to do is to go back to the streets, because that's guaranteed money. But that's gonna hem you up.
Pretty much.
Whatever.
But tonight was I felt good tonight. Tonight was a good show. We really exposed. I felt not really exposed, but uncovered some really good perspectives, of a lot of different people views of things, and I love it. It's happening more and more every week. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Me too. I appreciate y'all's input as always.
But I'm about to go do something with this back. Cause this hoe is old and retired.
I know it's something about that 40-year-old bladder, 40-year-old back,
Baby. Knees.
40-year-old knees. My body be, I'm telling you, I get the snap, crackle, and pop over here.
But yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for this episode of Kush Convos. I am your girl F.l.o.r.
And this is our Emery.
Make sure y'all join us next week, same time, same place.
Yes, sir. Let her go, like Street said.
Let her go.